hear from you on the Zimmerman case. Now, we have the 9/11 call audio, which has not been played all day. I've watched all the other stuff. The medical examiner said that the damage to Zimmerman's cranium was not that bad. She said it was just needed a Band-Aid. Did you hear that? The Band-Aid. But you see, I'm about to break an analysis that no one yet in the media has done, as you would expect from me, being the senior member of the American media and possibly the most insightful. And I have to blow my own horn because everyone else tries to break my horn. I will tell you that I broke the case down as follows. You want to hear it or don't you want to hear it? I know your mind is made up. White people generally think Zimmerman is innocent, except for liberals who are sure he is guilty. Black people, probably to the 99th percentile, are sure Zimmerman's a murderer. So where does Michael Savage fit in? I'm an independent observer, and I call him as I see him. And I think Zimmerman committed what he's being charged with, manslaughter. He didn't intend to kill him, but he may as well have intended to kill him. Why do I say that? I'm going to tell you why. You have to listen carefully. Without you getting mad at me so fast. You're hot under the collar. The board's so hot. I was told by the board operator, David, that at the end of the show last night, at 9 o'clock at night on the West Coast, that's midnight on the East Coast, when he closed down the board for the night, after 3 hours of debating this, the minute he shut the board off and turned off all the callers, the board lit right up. That means that there was a backup around the block of people dying to call a show. And that's what's going on again now. This has got people very angry. Everyone has an opinion on the Zimmerman case. But nobody in the media, except what has told you what I'm about to tell you. Nobody. All the geniuses out there. All the geniuses who know that they know everything. I know more than they do. And I'm going to tell you what I know, and then you'll decide whether I'm right or wrong. Zimmerman was carrying a Kel-Tec semi-automatic 9mm handgun. So, big deal. It is a big deal because he had it. He had a bullet chambered in the gun, and he had the safety off. Had Zimmerman not chambered, had Zimmerman not have chambered, or had he not chambered around prior to meeting Trayvon, and had he not taken the safety off, even if Trayvon, during the altercation, even if Trayvon had tried to grab the gun away from Zimmerman, had that gun not been chambered with a round and safety off, Trayvon Martin would have had to use two hands. You can't do it with one hand. Many of you don't own guns. He would have had to let go of Zimmerman. He would have had to stop punching him. He would have had to take both hands on the gun, hold the pistol grip with one, pull the top back to chamber around, and then he would have had to unlock the safety, during which time the mixed martial artist in training, Mr. Zimmerman, would have had a time to throw him off and pound the hell out of him. But because Zimmerman carried a loaded weapon with the safety off, Trayvon Martin is dead. Therefore, the responsibility is in the hands of Zimmerman. I don't care which side you are on. He wasn't just carrying a gun. He wasn't just a watch guy. He was hunting. He was looking. He was hoping to find someone he could shoot or intimidate with that loaded weapon, ladies and gentlemen of the Savage jury. Now, I know many of you are angry at me for this, but I'm sorry in advance. I must tell you that there is one person who was dead and one person who was alive. And the person who was dead did not have a gun, and the person who was alive did have a gun. That's number one. And number two, I'll tell you something else that you don't want to hear. I can't even play this for you on the air, but I have it on tape. We did more research for you than anyone in the whole media. I've done more research than Fox News has done. We have done more research than all the people on Fox News together. We went and searched through the 9/11 call audio by Zimmerman, and we listened to it the way a CIA operative would listen to sound. And we heard the most vile, racist comment coming out of Zimmerman's mouth about Trayvon Martin that I've ever heard. I can't play it for you. I'm going to play clip 2 for you right now. Listen carefully. It's been deleted, but listen carefully.
He's running.
He's running. Which way is he running?
Down towards the other entrance of the neighborhood.
Okay. Which entrance is that he's heading towards?
The back entrance.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Now, did you hear the bleep sound? You heard the bleep sound. Zimmerman says the back entrance, and under his breath he can be heard saying, effing, and the first word is effing. The second word begins with a C and ends with NS. I didn't make that up. It's on the 9/11 tape. And I'm afraid that the fact that he has this racist statement, made this racist statement on the 9/11 call, and that he was carrying a loaded gun with a bullet in the chamber and the safety off, you have to find this man guilty of second-degree manslaughter, is my opinion. Something's wrong with this whole story. That's only one of the stories. There are so many others which I read to you. This story's a big one, but it's nowhere near as big as Obama.